Hello guys, Ashkar here and welcome back to another video. So yesterday I have made a tutorial video about the Nether and I thought it would be a good idea to make another tutorial video, this time about the dboss arena or the Ender Dragon boss arena. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Uh, First things first, you want to have for the Dragon Boss Arena is a good sword and a good bow. So a good sword has all the normal enchantments on it and at least Dragon Slayer 5. Dragon Slayer 5 will give you more damage against the Dragon Boss. Obviously, Dual Strike is also really good thing to have. Ethereal, which gives haste for when killing mobs, is also really good because, well, you can just spam click summoners way faster. Force and Demise are not that important. I don't even know if they work against the Ender Dragon, but Force gives you more crit damage and Demise gives you more damage the lower health the enemy is. Next thing, good bow. Obviously, you need to have the normal enchantments, and you will have Dragon Hunter on it, which I believe gives more damage against the dragon, but I will double check that real quick. So there it is, Dragon Hunter. Yeah, it gives more damage against the dragon. Dragon Tracker, which fires additional arrows in the dragon arena. Another neat enchantment to have is Bounty, which gives you a random buff if you land a shot, which is good in general. You can get regeneration, absorption, and things like that, and you can prevent yourself from getting one shot pretty much by the dragon. One of the dragon's abilities can actually do a lot of damage. So basically, getting few potion effects from this is actually pretty neat. And also, if you don't have access to potions or access to pets, you can actually get strength 2, which is also a really important thing for the Dragon Boss Arena, but more on potion effects later. Fiery Barrage, which basically gives you the ability to fire more arrows. And I think that's pretty much it. Preservation is nice to have on your bow, so it repairs when you are in the boss arena. Let's get right into pets. So there are a lot of pets you can choose from, and I think I recommend using the Iron Golem pet, the Cat pet, and the Shulker pet. So the Iron Golem pet gives strength 2, resistance 2, and the Cat pet gives speed 2 and jump boost 1, but the speed 2 effect is the most important, so you can run around faster, which means you can kill more summoners. The Shulker pet, when maxed out, gives a 25% chance to insta-kill a summoner, which basically means if there are only like 10 people in the boss arena, you can get up to a stack of summoning guys in like 90 minutes. So the Shulker pet makes it really easy. The strength 2 effect that you get from the Iron Golem pet is really important for you to be able to deal a lot of damage to the dragon boss. So another neat armor type, another neat thing to have is this armor type right here, which is the defensive dragon armor. You actually have to play, or not play, but grind the Dragon Boss Arena quite a lot to actually get this armor. The higher level it is, the higher damage it gives, obviously, but If you can get level 1 armor, that already makes a lot of difference, and you can actually notice the difference if you wear it. So basically it does plus 2% damage to mobs and bosses, and gives 1% drop chance of summoning eyes uh, if you have the entire set equipped, and also 2 extra hearts in the boss arena. Uh, Obviously, the higher level it is, it gives more damage, it gives more, it gives a higher drop chance of summoning guys, etc., etc. It's pretty self-explanatory. Uh, I think uh, you need like 3,500 fragments to get every single armor type or set piece, every single set piece, and to level it up to the max level, which is level 5. 3,500 fragments, and it's really, really a lot of grind to get that much. I got like maximum 200 of fragments, uh, and I grinded for like 5 hours. Obviously, there are a lot of armor types, which you can, by the way, access by going to dboss armor. So there are 8 types of dragons. Defensive, ancient, and champion dragon being the rarest of all. I think like the first 5, explosive, colossal, experienced, hasty, and aquatic dragon have the same probability of spawning. And then defensive and ancient have also the same, but they are more rare than the first 5. And champion dragon is the rarest to spawn. Obviously, that is the highest value. That is the most expensive dragon armor to actually be able to buy from the auction house. So champion, I have seen champion fragments being sold for $20 million. I think 10 to 15 million is actually a reasonable price for that. Ancient dragon armor is like 6 million, and defensive is like 1.5 million. The only reason for the difference is because ancient dragon armor actually gives way more benefits for your character. The other things are pretty neat. I am not gonna go through all of the bonuses and benefits because they are kind of irrelevant for this tutorial. But the defensive armor is something to go for. It is a really good armor type to actually use in the Dragon Boss arena, and yeah, if you have that, you can get actually above 5,000 damage really easily uh, in in any dragon fight, pretty much, if there aren't that many players, which isn't the case right now. Um, but I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. So, okay, another thing that is important, I just cannot type, is the Endstone Mastery. If you can get this up to at least tier 8, then you have yourself a winner pretty much. So basically, you can get up to a maximum of extra 10 fragments in the boss arena, which is 25, and you can increase chances of summoning eye drops by 5% at tier 7 of Instant Mastery. So this is another pretty neat thing to go for. You can help yourself with having minions that actually break Endstone. I am gonna talk about a little bit about the pets, the other pets a little bit. You can actually choose other pets if you want, like the skeleton pet. If you don't have a good sword, then having an iron golem pet is pretty much useless because, well, why? What's the point? If you cannot do melee damage, why have strength, you know? Then you can actually go for the skeleton pet, which increases bow damage by 10%, I believe, on the max level. You can actually go for the wither pet as well, which gives you a 5% chance to earn double loot from a boss on maximum level. I think it's 5%. And you can also go for the summoner pet, which increases the drop chance of summoning guys by 3%, by 5% on max level. Honestly, the skeleton pet for me is pretty much useless because, as I said, I have a pretty good melee weapon. So going for extra bow damage is not needed. I killed a bunch of dragon bosses already. None of them gave me double loot, so even if I had this one equipped, it wouldn't just give me, you know, double loot. So giving up one pet slot for a wither pet, I think, is not worth it, at least not on level 3. Maybe if it's maxed out and you have a 1 in a 20 chance of it proccing, then maybe it's good. What you can actually do, if you see like 15 summoning guys in the portal, which I'm gonna show how it works, but if you see 15 summoning guys, you can actually switch out between 2 pets. You can switch this with the shulker pet, which obviously you cannot use against the dragon boss, and then you actually get the effect from the wither pet. So you can actually have 4 pets in your pet cage pretty much all the time if you keep switching between them. And the summoner pet, I don't think this is useful at all. Like, in an hour, I am getting 40 to 50 summoner eyes or summoning eyes. That extra 3% chance that it has will not actually help me enough to justify putting it in the pet cage. So that is that. So I'm gonna switch out my armor real quick. I misclicked. Okay, there we go. I can just do that. One thing about these armor types is that they don't break, so they have a limited durability. So you don't actually have to worry about it breaking. You cannot put enchants on it. That's another thing. So you have to be a little bit more careful with how you take damage in the boss arena, but honestly, it shouldn't be a big problem. So anyway, I'm just gonna double check what pets I have. Okay, so as you can see, I already have 2 stacks of summoning guys. I'm gonna get 4 of them. So basically you need 4 summoning guys to make it as effective as possible. So basically, the way this works, you have to get top 5 either in damage or either in putting in summoning guys in the portal. So the way you get top 5 is if you put at least 4 summoning guys in the portal frames. That way you are guaranteed to get one of the boss pouches, legendary, mythic, common, or epic. In like value, this is not how they come after each other in value. So basically common is the worst, and then epic, legendary, and then mythical. I forgot to take out my bow. So if there are 16 eyes in the portal frames, then a dragon will spawn. This can be anything. Right now it's an explosive dragon. Pretty much what you want to do is just bow it down until it perches. I'm curious to see how much damage I actually do to this thing. Okay, I did get top 3 over there. So, as if you put in 4 summoning guys... Hold on, this is gonna be extremely loud in the video, I think. So, if you put 4 summoning guys and you actually rank in the top 5 with damage, in my experience, you are guaranteed to get maximum dragon fragments and the mythical boss pouch. This is my experience. This might not be true though. So I am gonna see if I can get top 5 without putting in summoning eyes. But the way you can get summoning eyes is by killing these guys, obviously. So I'm just gonna do that until somebody puts in some eyes. I am not a nice person for stealing those things, dude. So, at the top, you can see if you kill 35 summoners, you get a guaranteed summoning eye. But you can actually get way more summoning eyes than that with the Endstone Mastery leveled up. I really don't want to put any summoning eyes right now into the portal frames, so I really hope somebody does that, so I can see how many fragments I actually get if I just rank top 5 without putting any summoning eyes in. I want to actually show that on the video. So some people might say you don't actually have to put summoning eyes in there, because if you rank top 5, you are gonna get boss pouches. Like, it's guaranteed, but it's not mythical boss pouch, which is the best one. So you can get actually any type of boss pouch if you rank top 5 damage, but you don't put any summoning eyes in. Plus, you don't get the maximum amount of fragments either. So you have to put in 4 fragments at least. I mean, not fragments, summoning eyes, to get the maximum amount of value. I really hope somebody summons it. Word. Because I already have 2 summoning eyes. As you can see, with the right setup, you can actually get 4 summoning eyes really quickly. And by the way, sometimes there are like 300 people on the server, and only like 10 people are in the boss arena actually. So with the right setup, you can guaranteed rank up in the top 5 in damage, no matter what. If you have strength 2 with a good sword, and you have a good bow, if there aren't many people in the arena, you can guarantee yourself a top 5 ranking in the damage, in the boss damage. So basically, if you don't want to go around killing summoners entire time, you can just wait until somebody summons it. But I think that's a waste of time. Why are you in the boss arena then? Obviously, when there are a lot of people, it is pretty difficult to actually... As you can see, this guy is just behind me trying to steal everything. but he is just unable to do that. People are constantly gonna try to steal, like I just did, but if there aren't many people on the server, there aren't many people in the boss arena in general. And the dragon is gonna spawn any second now. There we go. When the boss starts, the fight starts, you actually have to stand in one of these corners so you don't get knocked away from the middle area. And once it perches, you just run to the middle and just stay there, even if it stops the perch. So if it starts flying, you have to stay in the middle so you don't get knocked away. Oh, there are so many people right now in the arena. It's so laggy. I'm not gonna get top 5 probably. There are so many people. It's not even gonna perch for me to actually use my okay, maybe. Yeah, I can't even hit the dragon, dude. Okay, I just got... Okay, I ranked 6 probably. Something like that. But I still got a boss pouch and some fragments. So, you are gonna get fragments and boss pouches for your efforts. Okay, I'm gonna get one more. Just so I can restock. So basically, even if you don't put so many guys into the portal frames, you can get dragon fragments and boss pouches. But obviously, it's more worth it to put so many guys in than it's not. I don't think there is anything else left to cover about the boss arena. So basically, as a recap, I can say try to be in the boss arena when there are like 300 people on the server. I am basically, so I live in Europe, in the middle of Europe, and for that reason I can abuse time zones. So around this time people are starting to go to sleep in America, right? So a lot of people just leave, and in about 1 or 2 hours there are gonna be like 200 people on the server. Maybe not on the weekends, but on weekdays when they actually have school and such, people basically aren't playing that as much as they do on the weekends. So on the weekends, doing the boss arena is, I think it's a waste of time. Probably everybody is gonna be up entire day, entire night, trying to farm these things. So the best time, I feel like, is on weekdays around 11 a.m. Central European summertime. And you can go and check what time that is in your own time zone. If you are in America, that's gonna be around, I think, midnight, which kind of sucks for you, but for all those European people out there, go ahead and go and grind for your desired armor and whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that there is to say about the Dragon Boss Arena. If you have any other questions, or if you want me to cover anything else, make sure to let me know in the comments below. or you can just come up on the server and actually ask me in person, maybe. That's up to you, pretty much. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys are gonna have an amazing rest of the day. And goodbye.